Number 1. This 1954 Desoto firedome, offered at $10,900 and located in West Unity, Ohio, is presented as a highly original, well-preserved classic that reflects careful long-term ownership and pride of maintenance. The seller describes it as a true firedome equipped with its original V8 power plant and a fully automatic transmission, retaining the character and engineering that defined Desoto's premium offerings in the mid-1950s. Having been garage-kept and senior-owned, this car is positioned not as a neglected project but as a mature, thoughtfully cared-for example that has avoided the common deterioration seen in many vehicles of this era. The straightforward description emphasizes that this is a car meant to be appreciated and enjoyed, with no trades considered, reinforcing a clean, no-nonsense sale focused on the car itself. From a mechanical and usability standpoint, this firedome stands out as a vehicle that is described as ready to be driven and enjoyed immediately rather than requiring extensive recommissioning. The combination of the V8 engine and fully automatic transmission delivers the smooth, effortless driving experience Desoto was known for, particularly appealing to collectors who value period-correct performance and comfort. The car is noted as being well-maintained throughout its life, suggesting consistent servicing rather than long periods of neglect. Described as a drive-home car, it offers reassurance to buyers seeking a classic that can be used right away, whether for local cruising, shows, or longer weekend drives without the immediate need for major mechanical work. The body and exterior condition are highlighted as major strengths, with the seller clearly stating that the car has no rust, a critical and often rare attribute for a 1954 vehicle. The chrome is described as being in good condition, retaining the bright work that is so essential to the visual presence of a mid-century American automobile. The glass is also reported to be good, eliminating the common concerns of clouding, cracking, or costly replacement. These details suggest a solid, well-preserved exterior that maintains its original charm and integrity, benefiting from years of proper storage and care rather than exposure to harsh conditions. Inside, the firedome continues to impress with a beautiful interior and dashboard that reflect both originality and careful preservation. The cabin presentation supports the claim of garage storage and attentive ownership, offering a welcoming and authentic driving environment consistent with a senior-owned classic. The overall presentation aligns with a vehicle that has been respected rather than modified or over-restored, making it especially appealing to buyers who value originality. Located approximately 45 minutes west of Toledo via the Ohio Turnpike, this 1954 Desoto firedome represents a rare opportunity to acquire a rust-free, well-kept, and road-ready example of a distinctive American classic, offered honestly and without complications from trades or third-party involvement. Number 2. This 1952 Dodge Coronet Diplomat, offered at $24,400 and located in Youngstown, Ohio, is presented as an exceptionally rare and beautifully preserved example of Dodge's early 1950s design and engineering. Showing just over 66,401 original miles, this first-generation Coronet Diplomat represents a model so uncommon that it is notably absent from the Haggerty price guide, underscoring its rarity and collector significance. Often referred to as a hardtop convertible, the two-door hardtop body features a roofline styled to closely mimic that of a true convertible, giving the car a more open, sporty appearance without sacrificing structural integrity. Finished in a period-correct ivory and steel blue two-tone combination, the exterior reflects the styling preferences of the era, standing apart from more common single-color finishes and reinforcing the car's authentic early 1950s character. Powering this Diplomat is a 230 cubic inch flathead inline six-cylinder engine rated at 103 horsepower, paired with Dodge's Gyromatic fluid drive transmission, delivering smooth and refined operation consistent with luxury-oriented post-war automobiles. The drivetrain emphasizes comfort and durability rather than outright performance, making the car well suited for relaxed cruising and long-distance touring. The seller highlights the quality and rarity of this vehicle, noting that it has been carefully maintained and thoughtfully restored where necessary to preserve its original driving experience. Recent mechanical updates include new brakes and a new exhaust system, along with fresh plugs, points, and condenser, ensuring dependable operation while maintaining period-correct mechanical specifications. The exterior presentation is further enhanced by new paint applied in correct colors, giving the car a fresh yet historically accurate appearance that respects its original design. It rides on radial tires fitted with factory-style hubcaps, blending improved road manners with original visual appeal. Additional factory-equipped features include a working radio, clock, heater and defroster system, and reverse lights, all of which add to the car's usability and authenticity. These details collectively suggest a restoration approach focused on correctness and quality rather than modification, making the car particularly appealing to collectors who value originality and faithful presentation. Inside, the Diplomat is especially impressive, retaining its original carpets, floor mats, headliner, trunk mats, jack, spare tire, and original literature, elements that are rarely found intact on vehicles of this age. The preservation of these components speaks to both careful ownership and limited use over the decades. The interior environment offers a genuine snapshot of early 1950s Dodge craftsmanship, with materials and finishes that align perfectly with the era. Described as an absolutely beautiful era-correct restoration, this 1952 Dodge Coronet Diplomat stands as a highly refined, scarce, and historically significant example, offering collectors a rare opportunity to acquire one of the finest preserved early 50s Dodges available. Number 3. This 1977 Pontiac Grand Prix LJ, offered at $32,000 and located in Brooklyn, New York, is presented as a highly original and increasingly hard-to-find example of Pontiac's personal luxury performance era. Described as a genuine California car, it retains its factory-installed 403 cubic inch 4-barrel V8, a desirable drivetrain combination that adds to its collector appeal. The car is equipped with Hearst T-tops, enhancing both its visual presence and driving experience, and it is emphasized that the vehicle remains in largely untouched, original condition. The seller notes that this Grand Prix has only been painted once at the factory, and while there are some paint imperfections consistent with age, it remains an original paint car, preserving the authenticity that many collectors actively seek. From a mechanical standpoint, the Grand Prix is described as running and driving very well, offering a reassuring level of usability rather than being a static display piece. The suspension and braking systems are reported to be in good condition, contributing to confident road manners, while the tires have been recently updated to ensure proper ride quality and safety. The engine compartment is highlighted as being fully original, with no cosmetic repainting or detailing performed, allowing buyers to see an honest representation of how the car has aged over time. There is a slight exhaust leak noted, a relatively minor issue that does not overshadow the overall mechanical health of the vehicle and can be addressed easily if desired. The exterior presentation reflects its originality, with factory paint that shows natural wear rather than signs of heavy restoration or modification. These imperfections are framed as part of the car's story, reinforcing that it has not been over-restored or altered from its original configuration. The body lines, proportions, and distinctive styling of the 1977 Grand Prix LJ remain intact, showcasing the blend of luxury and performance that define the model. Photographs are described as recent and taken directly from the seller's garage and driveway, with the tight Brooklyn space further emphasizing that the car is genuinely stored and maintained in a private setting rather than staged for sale. Inside, the vehicle continues the theme of originality, supported by the presence of original paperwork that documents its history and adds credibility to its condition and specification. The seller is clear that this sale is motivated by a desire to keep another personal Grand Prix, specifically a 1976 gold T-top model, making this a straightforward, enthusiast-driven transaction. Offered as a cash-only deal with no interest in trades and no tolerance for unrealistic inquiries, this 1977 Pontiac Grand Prix LJ represents a rare opportunity to acquire an honest, original, factory V8, T-top equipped example that has avoided heavy modification and remains true to its late 1970s Pontiac roots. Number 4. This 1957 Ford Fairlane 500 four-door sedan, offered at $15,000 and located in Youngstown, Virginia, is presented as a thoughtfully executed restomod that blends iconic 1950s American styling with the advantages of a modern drivetrain. While retaining the timeless lines, chrome, and presence that define the Fairlane name, This sedan has been upgraded for improved performance, reliability, and everyday usability. The seller positions it as a car that delivers classic looks without the typical compromises associated with vintage driving, making it equally suitable for cruising, shows, or regular enjoyment. Its balanced approach appeals to enthusiasts who appreciate originality in appearance but value modern mechanical confidence behind the wheel. At the heart of this Fairlane is a Ford 302 cubic inch, 5.0-liter V8 sourced from an early 1990s Mustang, paired with an automatic transmission equipped with overdrive. This drivetrain combination provides strong, dependable performance while allowing for more relaxed highway cruising compared to the original period-correct setups. Supporting upgrades include dual exhaust, power steering, and power brakes, along with front disc brakes that significantly improve stopping capability. The electrical system has been modernized with a new wiring harness, and rear air shocks have been added to enhance ride quality and stance, reinforcing the car's focus on drivability and safety. Comfort and convenience have also been substantially improved through the inclusion of modern air conditioning, transforming the Fairlane into a car that can be enjoyed comfortably in a wide range of climates. The interior has been custom-tailored to complement the car's overall presentation, offering a clean and cohesive look that aligns with the exterior styling while providing a more refined driving environment than stock. These updates are designed to feel integrated rather than intrusive, maintaining the spirit of a 1950s sedan while discreetly incorporating contemporary features that make ownership more enjoyable. Visually, the car is finished in an attractive two-tone paint scheme that suits the Fairlane's classic body lines and era-correct aesthetic. The paint, interior, and tires are all described as being in great condition, contributing to a strong overall presentation that matches the car's mechanical capabilities. The seller notes that it runs as well as it looks and sounds, and that it consistently draws attention wherever it goes, a testament to both its classic appeal and tasteful execution. As a complete, turnkey restomod with modern power, comfort, and braking, this 1957 Ford Fairlane 500 sedan offers a compelling blend of nostalgia and practicality for a wide range of classic car enthusiasts. Number 5. This 1969 Chevrolet Impala, offered at $25,000 and located in Knoxville, Tennessee, is presented as a heavily upgraded restomod that blends classic full-size Chevrolet styling with modern LS-powered performance. Offered as a cash-only sale with no trades considered, the seller notes that there is far more invested in the car than the asking price, positioning it as an opportunity to acquire a well-built Impala at a significant value. While described as having too many details to fully list without direct conversation, the provided overview clearly establishes this car as a serious performance-oriented build rather than a lightly modified cruiser. The overall presentation reflects a project that has been extensively developed with both power and drivability in mind, while still retaining the unmistakable presence of a late 1960s Impala. Under the hood, the car is powered by a 5.3-liter LS engine equipped with a Stage 3 camshaft and a full suite of supporting modifications, including LS7 lifters and updated head gaskets and timing components. Cooling has been addressed with a recently installed aluminum radiator and electric fan, further supporting the engine's performance capabilities. Power is routed through a built 4L60E automatic transmission designed to handle the increased output reliably. The engine management has been professionally handled with a BP wiring harness and tuning completed using HP tuners, ensuring that the combination is properly calibrated for strong performance and responsiveness. The chassis and braking systems have also been thoroughly refreshed to match the drivetrain upgrades. The front end has been converted to disc brakes, significantly improving stopping power over the original setup, while the suspension has been rebuilt with fresh components and new bushings to restore tight, confident handling. The car sits on brand new wheels and tires, giving it a clean, aggressive stance while improving grip and overall road feel. A true dual straight-pipe exhaust system has been installed, delivering an extremely loud and aggressive exhaust note that clearly reflects the car's high-performance intent rather than subtle refinement. Inside, the Impala features a completely new interior, updated from carpet to headliner, providing a fresh and finished cabin that complements the mechanical investment beneath the surface. One remaining area to be addressed involves the fuel system, as the car is currently running on an inline fuel pump that has begun to fail and is insufficient for long-distance driving. The seller has already purchased a complete EFI tank setup, including an in-tank pump, sending unit, external fuel regulator, and related components, all of which are included and currently stored in the trunk awaiting installation. While the car runs as it sits, this final upgrade will be necessary for extended use, and the seller acknowledges this in the price while noting that the total investment in the car exceeds $37,000, leaving limited room for negotiation despite the unfinished fuel system upgrade. Number 6. This 1973 Cadillac DeVille, offered at $22,000 and located in Hamilton, New Jersey, is presented as a well-preserved, low-mileage example of Cadillac's full-size luxury from the early 1970s. Showing just 52,000 original miles, this DeVille retains its original 472 cubic-inch V8 engine, a power plant known for its smooth torque delivery and effortless cruising ability. The seller describes the car as clean and well-sorted, positioned as a vehicle that needs nothing to be enjoyed immediately. Its overall presentation reflects careful ownership and maintenance, making it appealing to buyers seeking a classic Cadillac that remains true to its original character while offering reliable road manners. Mechanically, the car is highlighted as running exceptionally well, with the original 472 V8 complemented by a newer twin exhaust system that enhances both sound and performance without compromising the car's refined nature. The drivetrain combination is well suited to relaxed highway driving and long-distance cruising, delivering the quiet confidence expected from a luxury sedan of this era. The seller emphasizes that the car runs amazing, suggesting consistent upkeep rather than long periods of inactivity. These qualities combine to create a turnkey classic that does not require immediate mechanical attention. Inside, the DeVille is described as having a perfect interior, a significant point of value given the cost and difficulty of restoring Cadillac interiors from this period. The cabin has also been upgraded with a custom Pioneer audio system, integrating modern sound quality while maintaining a clean and organized appearance. A backup camera has been added as part of the audio upgrade, discreetly enhancing safety and usability in modern traffic without detracting from the car's classic appeal. These interior enhancements make the car more comfortable and practical for regular use while still respecting its luxury heritage. The exterior presentation is reinforced by the inclusion of the original factory wheels, tires, and hubcaps, which are included with the sale and offer the next owner flexibility in presentation. This allows the buyer to choose between a factory-correct appearance or a more personalized setup while retaining the original components. Overall, this 1973 Cadillac DeVille stands as a strong example of a low-mileage, original-engine luxury classic that blends preserved condition with tasteful modern upgrades, offering a refined and comfortable driving experience for enthusiasts who appreciate classic American full-size automobiles. Number 7. This 1928 five-window coupe, offered at $22,000 and located in Eastover, North Carolina, is presented as an older hot rod build that is running and driving, making it a usable classic with room for continued improvement. Described honestly as a dated build that needs some attention, it is positioned as a car that can be enjoyed immediately while being gradually updated and refined over time. The seller emphasizes transparency about its condition, balancing the car's imperfections with its drivability and clear ownership status. With a clean South Carolina title in the seller's name, the paperwork side of the purchase is straightforward, allowing the next owner to focus on enjoying and improving the car rather than sorting out documentation. Under the hood, the coupe is powered by a 350 cubic-inch small-block Chevrolet engine paired with a turbo-automatic transmission, a proven and widely supported drivetrain combination in the hot rod world. This setup offers dependable performance, easy parts availability, and straightforward serviceability, making it ideal for an enthusiast who plans to drive the car regularly. The seller notes that the car runs and drives, reinforcing that it is not a stalled or non-functional project, but rather a vehicle that can be actively used while upgrades are planned and completed. This mechanical foundation gives the next owner flexibility, whether the goal is casual cruising, local shows, or further performance enhancements. Structurally, the car is described as an all-steel body with steel fenders, an important distinction for buyers who value traditional construction over fiberglass. The inclusion of a rumble seat adds to the period-correct character and nostalgic appeal, reinforcing its classic hot rod identity. While the build is acknowledged as being dated, this also leaves room for personalization, allowing the next owner to update styling, components, or finishes to better suit their own taste while retaining the solid steel foundation that many builders prioritize. The seller is upfront about the areas that need attention, noting that the car currently has no rear brakes and that the right rear axle seal is leaking, issues that will need to be addressed for improved safety and reliability. These shortcomings are offset by the fact that the car can be driven as improvements are made, rather than requiring a full teardown before use. Positioned as an honest driver-quality hot rod rather than a finished show car, this 1928 5-window coupe offers a solid starting point for an enthusiast looking for a steel-bodied classic with a V8 drivetrain, clear title, and the ability to enjoy the car while continuing to invest in its future. Number 8. This 1973 Dodge Challenger, offered at $14,500 and located in Ironton, Ohio, is presented as a largely original and mechanically refreshed example of Chrysler's early 1970s pony car. Described as a desirable triple green car, it retains its period-correct color theme and is owned by just the third owner, adding to its sense of continuity and history. Positioned as a solid driver rather than a fully restored show car, this Challenger is framed as an honest, usable classic with strong fundamentals and clear disclosure of its remaining needs. The seller is upfront about its condition and notes that no trades are being considered, keeping the transaction straightforward. Power comes from a healthy 318 cubic inch V8 paired with a 727 automatic transmission and an 8.75 rear end, a durable and well-regarded drivetrain combination known for reliability and ease of maintenance. The car is described as running and driving well, reinforcing its suitability for immediate enjoyment. Significant attention has been given to the chassis and braking systems, with the entire front suspension replaced, including new torsion bars and a steering box. The braking system has been fully renewed front and rear, with new calipers, rotors, wheel cylinders, drums, brake lines, and master cylinder, providing confidence and safety well beyond what is typically found on an unrestored example. The electrical and supporting systems have also been comprehensively addressed, with a new charging system, new ignition system, and a complete engine bay wiring harness installed. New tires have been fitted, and every bulb has been replaced, with the seller confirming that all lights are fully functional. These updates suggest a focus on reliability and roadworthiness, reducing the likelihood of immediate troubleshooting and allowing the next owner to enjoy the car rather than sorting through deferred maintenance issues. As a base option car, it still benefits from factory air conditioning, a valuable feature that enhances comfort and drivability. Cosmetically and structurally, the Challenger is described as a pretty solid car overall, though it does require some patch panels, which is common for vehicles of this age and climate. The seller notes that small patches were previously installed under the seats by a prior owner, addressing known areas of concern. These remaining body needs are presented transparently and are balanced by the car's solid structure and extensive mechanical updates. Overall, this 1973 Dodge Challenger represents an approachable entry into classic Mopar ownership, offering a running, driving, well-sorted example with strong mechanical upgrades, factory air conditioning, and the potential for further cosmetic refinement over time. Number 9. This 1965 Plymouth Barracuda Fastback, offered at $13,900 and located in Lansdale, Pennsylvania, is presented as a highly original early A-body classic with desirable V8 power and documented history. Finished in black over a red interior, this Barracuda is equipped with a factory 273 cubic inch V8 topped by a 2-barrel carburetor and paired with an automatic transmission. The car shows 48,469 original miles and was stored in a garage and kept off the road since the mid-1980s, preserving much of its original structure and character. Recently brought back to road-ready condition, it is positioned as a strong driver-quality classic that can be enjoyed immediately while offering clear potential for further cosmetic refinement. Mechanically, significant recommissioning work has already been completed to return the car to dependable running condition. The fuel system has been thoroughly refreshed with a new fuel tank, fuel sender, and fuel pump, and the original two-barrel carburetor has been rebuilt. The ignition system has been serviced with new plugs and points, distributor cap and rotor, spark plug wires, and hoses. On the safety side, all 4 brake wheel cylinders and the brake master cylinder have been replaced, and the car rides on 4 new 13-inch radial tires. As a result of this work, the Barracuda is described as starting easily, stopping properly, and running nicely, allowing the next owner to focus on driving and enjoyment rather than immediate mechanical repairs. Inside, the car remains largely original, with all gauges reported to be functioning correctly, along with the heater and wipers. The interior does show age-related deterioration, particularly with dry rot on the rear seat and a headliner that has been temporarily repaired but will ultimately need replacement. The radio is present but currently not producing sound. These interior needs are clearly outlined and are typical for a car that spent decades in storage, offering an opportunity for the next owner to refresh the cabin to their own standards while retaining its original layout and character. Structurally, the Barracuda is described as being in very good condition overall, with the underside in great shape, showing only surface scaling and no rust-through areas. The seller notes that previous paintwork is now deteriorating in places, but magnet test photos of the lower body indicate solid metal with only a few small filler spots where paint is flaking. An especially valuable highlight is the inclusion of the original production broadcast sheet, recovered from under the rear seat and preserved in very good condition, providing rare documentation that adds historical significance and collector appeal. Positioned as an excellent starting point with easy parts availability, this 1965 Plymouth Barracuda Fastback offers a rare chance to own, drive, and gradually upgrade an important piece of Mopar history with documented provenance and solid fundamentals. Number 10. This 1952 Pontiac Chieftain, offered at $4,500 and located in Loretto, Kentucky, is presented as an all-original early 1950s classic that remains in very good overall condition and retains much of its factory character. The seller emphasizes that the car shows no rust to speak of anywhere, a significant and increasingly rare attribute for a vehicle of this age. Positioned as an honest and largely untouched example, this Chieftain is described as a car that must be seen in person to fully appreciate its condition, suggesting solid structure, straight body lines, and a level of preservation that photographs alone may not fully capture. Its originality makes it especially appealing to buyers who value unmodified classics with strong foundations. Under the hood, the car retains its original flathead V8 engine, maintaining period-correct mechanical authenticity. Prior to disassembly, the engine was reported to run fine, though it did smoke slightly at idle, prompting the seller to pull it apart to clean the valves. The teardown was not the result of catastrophic failure, but rather a maintenance-related decision, and all necessary parts to reassemble it, including the head gasket, are included. The only thing preventing completion is time, not missing components, positioning this as a straightforward mechanical reassembly rather than an unknown or incomplete project. From a restoration and usability standpoint, this Pontiac represents a manageable opportunity rather than an overwhelming undertaking. With the engine already apart and parts on hand, the next owner can complete the reassembly to their own standards and bring the car back to running condition while retaining its original drivetrain. The absence of rust significantly reduces the cost and complexity often associated with early 1950s restorations, allowing focus to remain on mechanical sorting and light cosmetic detailing if desired. This balance makes the car suitable for someone looking to reintroduce a classic back to the road without extensive bodywork. Overall, the Chieftain is positioned as a solid, original classic with strong bones and clear potential, offered at an accessible price point. While the seller is open to trades, they specify no interest in other project vehicles, reinforcing that this Pontiac already stands as a quality starting point rather than a rough shell. For an enthusiast seeking an honest early 1950s American sedan with original V8 power, minimal rust, and a clear path to completion, this 1952 Pontiac Chieftain offers an appealing blend of originality, condition, and opportunity. Number 11. This 1971 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme S, offered at $13,500 and located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, is presented as an honest, driver-quality muscle-era Oldsmobile with strong mechanical fundamentals and clear disclosure of its minor needs. Powered by the desirable Rocket 350 V8 and equipped with bench seating, this Cutlass Supreme S represents a classic blend of performance and comfort that made Oldsmobile a standout in the early 1970s. The seller emphasizes that the car runs exceptionally well, even humorously stating it runs better than their modern daily driver, reinforcing confidence in its overall drivability. The sale is motivated by personal circumstances rather than dissatisfaction with the car, positioning it as a well-kept example reluctantly offered to the next owner. Mechanically, the car is described as regularly serviced and free from leaks or unresolved issues, with the drivetrain performing strongly in its current state. The odometer is exempt, with the last estimated mileage noted at approximately 150,000 miles, a figure that aligns with a car that has been used and maintained rather than neglected. The seller notes that only around 400 miles were driven since purchasing the car last year, suggesting limited recent use but continued care. The two known needs are clearly stated. The car requires a new radiator and a floor-mounted headlight dimmer switch, both relatively straightforward repairs that do not detract significantly from the car's overall usability or value. From an ownership and documentation standpoint, the Cutlass carries a clean title, adding reassurance for a smooth and uncomplicated transfer. The seller stresses transparency and seriousness, making it clear that this is not a rough project or a car hiding issues. Instead, it is positioned as a solid running classic that can be enjoyed as is with minor attention, or improved further by a new owner who wishes to refine it cosmetically or mechanically over time. Its honest presentation and clear maintenance history make it suitable for both seasoned collectors and newcomers to classic muscle cars. Overall, this Cutlass Supreme S is marketed toward buyers who appreciate realistic pricing and genuine condition rather than hype. The seller is firm on value, discouraging low offers and emphasizing that this car is intended for a collector or someone looking to step into their first true muscle-era vehicle. With its Rocket 350 power, clean title, strong running condition, and only minor outstanding needs, this 1971 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme S offers a straightforward and accessible entry into classic Oldsmobile ownership with plenty of character and potential. Number 12. This 1965 Ford Mustang, offered at $22,500 and located in Hurdle Mills, North Carolina, is presented as a clean, largely original example of one of the most iconic American cars ever produced. Powered by a 289 cubic inch V8 and paired with an automatic transmission, this Mustang represents the classic mid-1960s formula that helped define the model's early success. The seller notes that the car has been garage-kept, a detail that often correlates with better long-term preservation, and describes it as being in very good condition both inside and out. Positioned as a mostly original car with no modifications, it appeals strongly to buyers who value authenticity over heavy customization. From a mechanical perspective, the Mustang is equipped with a two-barrel carburetor feeding the 289 V8, delivering smooth and reliable performance consistent with its factory configuration. While the actual mileage is unknown, the car is described as running and driving well, suggesting that it has been maintained to remain roadworthy rather than sitting dormant. The automatic transmission further enhances ease of use, making the car approachable for a wide range of drivers, whether experienced collectors or those new to classic car ownership. Its stock-style drivetrain reinforces the car's original character and period-correct driving experience. The exterior and interior presentation are both described as being in very good condition, reflecting careful ownership and storage over the years. Being garage-kept has likely contributed to the preservation of the body, trim, and interior materials, helping the car avoid the excessive wear often seen on more heavily used examples. The lack of aftermarket modifications allows the Mustang's original design, proportions, and detailing to stand on their own, making it an excellent candidate for continued preservation or light cosmetic refinement without the need to undo prior changes. Overall, this 1965 Mustang is positioned as a strong, honest example that offers classic V8 performance, original character, and immediate drivability. Its combination of a desirable engine, automatic transmission, clean overall condition, and mostly original specification makes it well suited for enjoyment as is or as a solid foundation for careful restoration. For buyers seeking a straightforward, unmodified early Mustang that still delivers the timeless appeal the model is known for, this car represents a compelling opportunity. Number 13. This 1970 Chevrolet Camaro RS/Z28, offered at $54,900 and located in Orrville, Ohio, is presented as a high-quality, extensively upgraded example of second-generation Camaro performance with an emphasis on both visual correctness and modern drivability. Finished in its original Mulsanne blue, code 26, the car is described as exceptionally clean with square, flush body gaps and no rust or damage, reflecting careful restoration and assembly. The paint is noted to have a smooth, glossy finish that highlights the Camaro's aggressive lines, while the tinted glass, bright stainless trim, and chrome further enhance its presentation. Sitting with a purposeful stance, it rides on aluminum US mags wheels, with 17-inch fronts wrapped in 225/50 Nitto NT555 tires and larger 18-inch rears wearing 285/40 NT555 tires, giving the car a muscular, road-hugging appearance that matches its performance intent. Inside, the Camaro continues to impress with a clean, well-finished interior that balances originality with tasteful upgrades. The seats have been re-cushioned and reupholstered in blue vinyl and cloth, complemented by new carpeting throughout the cabin. The dash pad, upper and lower door panels, and headliner are all described as being in very nice condition, reinforcing the car's overall attention to detail. All factory gauges and the tachometer are reported to be fully functional, and the car retains its original RS steering wheel. An aftermarket AM/FM radio has been added for improved usability, while the factory console houses a Hurst shifter topped with a white 5-speed knob. Additional oil pressure and temperature gauges are discreetly mounted in front of the console, and both front and rear seat belts are present, enhancing safety without detracting from the period-correct feel. Under the hood, the Camaro is powered by a GM 502 cubic-inch crate engine, creating a dramatic leap in performance over stock configurations. The engine bay is described as clean and nicely detailed, featuring a March Serpentine accessory drive system, sniper fuel injection, Durail dual electric cooling fans, black-finned aluminum GM valve covers, and a black Chevrolet air cleaner lid. The drivetrain is further enhanced with air conditioning, power steering, power front disc brakes, a power brake booster, and a new dual master cylinder, making the car both powerful and comfortable to drive. Shifting duties are handled by a Tremec 5-speed manual transmission, providing modern gear spacing and strength to fully utilize the big block power while maintaining highway usability. Beneath the car, the undercarriage is reported to be clean metal throughout, with steering components appearing to have been replaced and the bottom of both the engine and transmission remaining clean and dry. Power is sent to a 12-bolt rear end with 4.11 Posey gearing, supported by F41 suspension, along with a newer gas tank and straps. The exhaust system consists of long tube-coated headers feeding into a full 3-inch exhaust with Dynamax mufflers and polished stainless dual 3-inch tailpipes exiting at the rear, delivering an aggressive and authoritative sound. The emergency brake assembly is complete and functional, and the trunk is clean and finished with a proper trunk mat. Described as driving exactly as it looks, fast, smooth, and straight, this 1970 Camaro RS/Z28 represents a no-compromise build that combines big block power, modern transmission technology, strong aesthetics, and excellent overall condition into a highly desirable muscle car package. Number 14. This 1967 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham, offered at $28,000 and located in Stamford, Connecticut, is presented as a well-preserved example of Cadillac's flagship luxury sedan from the height of the brand's prestige era. Showing 84,000 original miles, this Fleetwood reflects careful ownership and restrained use over the decades, maintaining the stately presence and refinement that defined Cadillac in the late 1960s. The seller describes the car as being in great overall condition, positioning it as a classic that has been enjoyed and maintained rather than over-restored or heavily modified. Its reputation as a top-tier luxury model makes it especially appealing to collectors who appreciate comfort, craftsmanship, and road presence. Mechanically, The Fleetwood has benefited from several recent updates aimed at preserving drivability and reliability. These include new shocks, newer tires, a new battery, and new gasket seals, all of which contribute to a smooth, confident driving experience. These upgrades suggest thoughtful maintenance rather than deferred care, ensuring that the car remains road-ready and suitable for regular enjoyment. The seller notes that it is ready for a test drive, reinforcing confidence in its current mechanical condition and overall functionality. In terms of originality, the car is described as being mostly original, an important point for collectors who value authenticity. The exterior received a single repaint in 1991, a detail disclosed transparently and framed as part of the car's long-term upkeep rather than a recent cosmetic overhaul. This repaint has allowed the Fleetwood to retain a clean, presentable appearance while still preserving its original character. The combination of originality and light refurbishment strikes a balance that often appeals to enthusiasts seeking a classic that looks good without erasing its history. Overall, this 1967 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham is positioned as a classic beauty that is complete, sorted, and ready to be driven and enjoyed immediately. Its low original mileage, tasteful maintenance updates, and largely original configuration make it a compelling option for buyers looking for a distinguished full-size luxury sedan from Cadillac's golden era. Offered as a ready-to-sell example with no mention of outstanding needs, it represents a refined and dignified entry into classic Cadillac ownership. Number 15. This 1969 Chevrolet Corvette convertible, offered at $38,950 and located in Chesterfield, Virginia, is presented as a highly desirable and well-preserved example of Chevrolet's legendary C3 performance era. Identified as a true L46 car, it features the factory-rated 350 cubic inch V8 producing 350 horsepower, a combination that places it among the more sought-after small-block Corvettes of the period. Finished in the iconic and highly desirable Monza red paint code 974, the car is described as a real beauty that has benefited from long-term, careful ownership. With a reported 37 years under the same owner and always garaged, this Corvette is positioned as a high-quality driver that has never been involved in an accident and shows zero rust. The driving experience is anchored by a Hurst 4-speed shifter connected to a Muncie manual transmission, delivering the engaging, mechanical feel that enthusiasts expect from a late 1960s Corvette. This drivetrain pairing reinforces the car's performance-oriented nature while remaining highly usable as a driver rather than a fragile showpiece. Over the years, improvements have been made thoughtfully and consistently, suggesting a pattern of maintenance and refinement rather than neglect or rushed upgrades. The result is a Corvette that offers strong performance, authenticity, and reliability, making it suitable for spirited driving, weekend cruising, or classic car events. Inside, the Corvette is described as being in excellent condition, with brand-new leather seats fitted with a foam kit and all-new rugs throughout the cabin. The interior presentation is noted as being perfect, with all gauges functioning exactly as they should, preserving both usability and originality. The car retains high-quality chrome throughout, and every detail inside and out appears to have been maintained to a high standard. Lighting systems are reported to be fully operational, reinforcing the sense that this is a sorted, well-cared-for example rather than a car with lingering issues. Completing the package are period-correct red-line tires and the inclusion of a color-matching removable hardtop, adding both value and versatility. The convertible soft top is described as being in excellent condition, allowing the car to be enjoyed fully in open-air form or with the added refinement of the hardtop installed. Offered as a cash-only sale, this 1969 Corvette convertible stands as a rust-free, well-documented, long-term owned L46 example with strong visual appeal, excellent condition, and the kind of honest presentation that appeals to serious collectors and drivers alike. Number 16. This 1961 Mercury Comet, offered at $27,000 and located in Findlay, Ohio, is presented as an exceptionally low-mileage and tastefully modernized early compact classic that blends remarkable originality with carefully selected performance and comfort upgrades. Showing just 12,555 original miles, the car retains its original paint and interior, a rare distinction that immediately sets it apart from most examples of this era. While the factory paint does show some age-related crazing, it remains original, reinforcing the car's authenticity and survivor-style appeal. The overall presentation reflects a vehicle that has been respected and preserved while being thoughtfully improved to enhance drivability rather than stripped of its character. Mechanically, the Comet has been comprehensively updated within the past year, transforming it into a reliable and enjoyable modern driver. Power comes from a 302 cubic inch roller V8 that has been bored .030 over and fitted with aluminum cylinder heads, offering strong performance while reducing front-end weight. Cooling is handled by an aluminum radiator, and power is delivered through a C4 automatic transmission to an 8-inch rear end with 2.80 to 1 ring and pinion gears, favoring smooth cruising over aggressive acceleration. Although the rear end is non-posy, the combination is well suited for comfortable street use and highway driving. The chassis and handling systems have been upgraded extensively to match the improved drivetrain. The car is equipped with front and rear sway bars, a power rack and pinion steering system, and 4-wheel disc brakes for confident stopping performance. Braking is managed by a non-power Willwood master cylinder, emphasizing control and simplicity. Modern air conditioning has been added, significantly improving comfort and making the car far more enjoyable in warm weather. These upgrades are presented as having been done correctly, focusing on integration and reliability rather than shortcuts. Visually, the Comet maintains a clean, understated appearance that respects its early 1960s roots while incorporating subtle modern touches. It rides on Foose wheels, with 15 by 7 wheels up front and larger 18 by 8 wheels in the rear, giving the car a balanced stance without overpowering its classic lines. The seller emphasizes that the car was put together properly and offers reassurance that there will be no disappointments, positioning it as a high-quality build that combines ultra-low original mileage, original paint and interior, and extensive mechanical upgrades into a unique and highly desirable early Mercury package. Number 17. This 1969 Chevrolet Camaro RS/SS, offered at $59,995 and located in Plantsville, Connecticut, is presented as a highly desirable example of first-generation Camaro muscle with the sought-after RS/SS package. Finished in yellow over a black interior, this Camaro retains the aggressive styling and road presence that made the 1969 model year one of the most iconic of the era. With 99,234 miles shown, it is positioned as a genuine, well-preserved muscle car rather than a heavily altered restomod. The seller emphasizes that the car retains all of its original sheet metal, an important detail for collectors who prioritize structural originality and authenticity. Under the hood, the Camaro is powered by a 350 cubic inch V8 paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission, a classic and proven drivetrain combination that delivers strong street performance and dependable operation. This setup reflects the car's RS/SS heritage, offering the kind of power and drivability that defined Chevrolet's late 1960s performance lineup. The drivetrain configuration supports both relaxed cruising and spirited driving, making the car suitable for shows, weekend use, or inclusion in a serious collection. Its mechanical layout remains true to the muscle car formula that has made the 1969 Camaro so enduringly popular. The exterior presentation benefits from the car's original sheet metal, reinforcing the impression of a solid, correctly preserved body with proper proportions and factory lines intact. The yellow paint highlights the Camaro's sharp creases and aggressive stance, while the RS styling cues contribute to its unmistakable visual identity. Inside, the black interior complements the exterior well, delivering a purposeful, performance-oriented atmosphere consistent with the SS image. While details are kept concise, the overall description suggests a car that has been maintained with respect for its original configuration rather than modified beyond recognition. Offered by appointment only, this RS/SS Camaro is positioned as a serious offering aimed at knowledgeable buyers. Its combination of original sheet metal, desirable drivetrain, classic color combination, and iconic 1969 styling places it firmly in collector territory. For enthusiasts seeking an authentic RS/SS Camaro that represents the peak of first-generation Chevrolet muscle, this 1969 example offers strong credentials, visual impact, and long-term desirability in one of the most celebrated American performance cars ever built. Number 18. This 1932 Ford 5-window coupe, offered at $43,000 and located in Lebanon, Ohio, is presented as a professionally built, high-end street rod constructed with premium components throughout and extensive documentation to support its quality. Built using a Raven Street Rod's body and chassis from Belgrade, Montana, the car features a subtle 2-inch chopped roof and hidden door hinges, giving it a clean, refined profile while maintaining classic deuce proportions. The chassis is based on American stamping rails and reflects a no-expense-spared approach, with careful attention paid to both aesthetics and performance. Positioned as a fully sorted, turnkey build, this coupe represents a mature, well-executed street rod rather than a rough or unfinished project. Power comes from a GM Performance 383 cubic inch stroker engine paired with a GM Performance 700R automatic transmission, offering strong acceleration along with overdrive capability for relaxed highway cruising. The engine bay is heavily detailed, featuring a March front runner serpentine accessory drive, Holley carburetor, aluminum radiator, and extensive chrome accents throughout. The front suspension consists of a Super Bell 4-inch drop-winged I-beam axle with a Vega steering box, all chromed for visual impact, while four-wheel disc brakes provide modern stopping performance. Out back, a Ford 9-inch rear end is supported by a 4-bar setup and coilovers, delivering both strength and tunable ride quality. The interior continues the high-end theme, finished entirely in leather and equipped with Wise Guys adjustable and reclining seats for long-distance comfort. A locker shifter and matching emergency brake handle are fitted, along with a tilt steering column topped with a banjo-style steering wheel. Dolphin gauges provide clear instrumentation, and the electrical system is handled by an easy wiring harness for reliability and serviceability. Climate control is managed by a vintage air system with heat, while power windows, an AM/FM stereo with remote mounted in the trunk, and other modern conveniences make the car fully usable in a variety of conditions. Visually, the coupe sits on classic American racing 5-spoke wheels wrapped in Cooper radial tires, reinforcing its traditional hot rod look while maintaining modern road manners. The seller notes that all receipts and detailed build paperwork are included, adding credibility and value to the car. Described as having all the best components, this 1932 Ford 5-window coupe stands as a well-documented, expertly assembled street rod that blends timeless styling, serious performance, and modern comfort, offered with a preference to sell while remaining open to the right trade opportunity. Number 19. This 1972 Plymouth Barracuda, offered at $92,000 and located in Pickerington, Ohio, is presented as a high-end, professionally executed restomod that blends classic Mopar muscle car styling with modern Hemi-power and contemporary drivability. At the heart of the build is a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine sourced from a 2018 Dodge Challenger R/T, complete with its documented VIN, delivering modern reliability and substantial performance while retaining factory-engineered refinement. Power is sent through a Tremec TKX 5-speed manual transmission, giving the car an engaging, driver-focused character that complements its aggressive presence. The overall concept is clearly aimed at creating a no-compromise street machine that can be driven, enjoyed, and trusted far beyond the limits of a stock early 1970s Barracuda. The body and paintwork were handled by Jeremy Silvernail of Silvernail Restoration and Collision Repair, with extensive metal replacement carried out to ensure long-term integrity and fit. New door skins, front fenders, rear quarter panels, trunk pan, tail panel, and inner and outer passenger side rear wheel housings were installed, establishing a solid and properly corrected structure. The exterior restoration was approached comprehensively rather than cosmetically, reinforcing the quality of the build beneath the surface. New door and window seals have been fitted, along with a new AMD windshield while retaining the original rear glass, balancing restoration accuracy with thoughtful updates. Mechanically and structurally, the car has been upgraded throughout to handle the modern drivetrain. It features front and rear disc brakes, a new EFI-compatible fuel tank with in-tank pump from Mancini Racing, a 58 psi fuel pressure regulator, and a complete performance exhaust system with TTI headers and pipes components. The rear end is an 8 3/4 unit with a 489 case, stock axles, and 3.23 Sure grip gearing, offering a strong balance between acceleration and highway cruising. Suspension and steering upgrades include tubular adjustable front upper control arms, all new shocks, new front track rods, a Borgeson steering gear with a GM-style pump and reservoir, and the original K-frame retained for structural authenticity. Cooling and accessory systems are handled by a 2018 Challenger R/T radiator and fan, CVF racing serpentine pulley setup, and carefully integrated fan and AC control logic. Inside, the Barracuda has been fully refreshed with new carpet, door panels, headliner, seat covers, and a modern stereo system, while retaining a classic feel enhanced by a pistol grip shifter. The dash has been upgraded with a Dakota digital gauge system, paired with an OBD connector designed to interface directly with the ECU for modern diagnostics. Climate control is handled by Old Air products, providing both air conditioning and heat, complemented by a reconditioned AC dash pad and a new wiper motor. Electrical integration is managed through a Sublime Technologies run-ready wiring harness with ECU recalibration, ensuring the modern Hemi drivetrain functions seamlessly within the classic chassis. Riding on new 17-inch Riddler 695 wheels wrapped in all-new tires, this 1972 Plymouth Barracuda stands as a meticulously built, modernized Mopar that combines classic muscle car aesthetics with cutting-edge performance, comfort, and reliability. Number 20. This 1964 Chevrolet Bel Air, offered at $1,600 and located in Stonewall, Oklahoma, is presented as a very basic two-door post project that is best suited for a full restoration, custom build, or drivetrain swap from the ground up. As a true two-door sedan body style, it offers the clean roofline and straightforward structure that many builders prefer over hardtops when planning a serious muscle or sleeper-style build. The car is clearly positioned as a foundation rather than a turnkey vehicle, making it an affordable entry point into a highly desirable early 1960s full-size Chevrolet platform that continues to have strong aftermarket and enthusiast support. Mechanically, the car is sold as a rolling shell with no engine, no transmission, and no hood, leaving the drivetrain choice completely open to the next owner. This blank slate configuration allows a builder to select anything from a period-correct small block or big block setup to a modern LS-based powertrain without the cost or labor of removing unwanted components. The absence of seats further reinforces that this Bel Air is intended for someone planning a complete interior and mechanical overhaul rather than a quick refresh. It is an honest, stripped-down project that does not attempt to hide its incomplete status. The body shows typical rust issues for a car of this era, with corrosion present in the quarter panels and floor areas, which is clearly disclosed and expected at this price point. Despite the rust, the structure remains attractive as a starting point due to the simplicity of the two-door post design and the availability of replacement sheet metal. The car retains enough of its original form to serve as a solid candidate for restoration or modification, whether the goal is a factory-style rebuild, a street machine, or a drag-oriented build. Its straightforward condition makes it easier to assess and plan without surprises. From a paperwork and ownership standpoint, the car comes with a clean and clear Oklahoma title, eliminating one of the most common and costly obstacles associated with unfinished project cars. The seller is firm on price and not interested in trades, emphasizing a straightforward sale for a buyer who understands the scope of work involved. At $1,600, this 1964 Chevrolet Bel Air represents a low-cost opportunity to acquire a desirable classic Chevrolet body with clear documentation, ideal for an experienced builder or enthusiast looking for a long-term project with strong potential. We appreciate you watching our roundup of 20 affordable classic cars from the marketplace. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to Cheap Classic Cars. And make sure to share this video with anyone who shares your love for timeless rides.